It's almost ridiculous to say this, but at age 21, you are one of the oldest guys in the lottery. How do you view that? Do you think that people, say, you know, uh, maybe he doesn't have a lot of upside? I mean, do you get that a little bit? What are your thoughts on that?
Thankfully, I haven't gotten that yet. Playing at Kentucky in our starting five, I was the oldest one. They always called me the veteran, the most experienced one, or sometimes my teammates even called me grandpa because I've been there almost the longest, other than the seniors. So, thankfully, I haven't gotten anything from the scouts and the coaches and the GMs and the people saying, yeah, he's 21. He's old. These people are younger. They have more potential, more upside than him. Just because they're 2 years younger than he is. So thankfully I haven't heard that yet. Hopefully I don't hear it, but I feel that age, it's not a factor. You look at all the athletes now, in the 30s and in the upper 30s, and they're still playing extremely well in the league. And people who have come out the draft who are older than me, at times they've done exceptionally well in the league. So I truly feel that age has nothing to do with it. It's just all about your heart, your determination, and how well you play.
Something that surprised me a little bit looking at your toughness, your athleticism, your length, just your overall activity level was that your defensive rebound numbers are not spectacular while your offensive rebounding numbers definitely are. What do you think is the cause for that?
Earlier in the season, I became a little hesitant, a little tentative, and I relied a lot on Jamarcus and Daniel. My first 2 years there, I was a five man, so I was constantly in the paint. Therefore, it made rebounding a little bit easier. But this year, I was on the perimeter a lot, and I tend to set back and just watch Demarcus rebound. Expecting him to get all the rebounds and leaking out in transition, or whenever my man would shoot the ball, I'm on the perimeter. I didn't really attack the glass as much as I could have and should have. So I think that had a lot to deal with it. But towards the end of the season, I tried to pick it up, But our offense rebounded like crazy, I guess you could say, because it was probably my best year offensive rebounding, But I was a little bit slacking on the defensive end, and I just think it just dealt with relying on other players to do it instead of myself doing it.
Talking to most NBA teams, it sounds like your stock is somewhere in that 7 to 12 range. Now, looking at the teams that are actually drafting there, they all seem to be pretty well set at the power forward position, whether it's Detroit, the Clippers, Utah, Indiana, the Hornets, Memphis. That's 7 through 12 right there. They all have, almost franchise guys there at the four. Any thoughts on that? Does that concern you at all?
I have no concern with that. I want to do whatever my teammates and my team want of me and expect me to do. Whether that's backing up the superstar who is already at the four or the player who is already at the four, providing minutes for him when he's not in the game, or even starting on certain teams, or even being molded into a three-man. I'll do whatever a team wants of me, and that's definitely why I'm working on my ball handling and my shooting and my perimeter play and defense, is because you never know what's going to happen. You look in the league now and you see the power forwards are starting to grow in size and be 6'10", some 6'11". So, I see the power forward position is definitely starting to change. So I feel like if I broaden my game and, just get better defensively, get better strength in my lower body and stamina, I could possibly be molded into a three-man, and you never know what will happen, So definitely I see myself as just a forward, not necessarily power forward or small forward, but in the middle.
How much does it matter to you how high you get drafted? Is that something that's really important to you?
The number one thing that's important to me is getting drafted. My main goal is to be a first rounder, and I want to be lotto if that's possible. So I'm gonna do whatever it is in my power to be lotto and first round. But personally, I feel that I could go first round if possibility should go first round. But you never know what's going to happen. There's been times in the past where a person was supposed to be lottery in the first round and then didn't get drafted to the second round. So you never know what's going to happen. But personally, I feel that I want to go lotto and I want to go first round.
If you were not a basketball player, what profession would you go into?
I'd have your job. My degree is in communication and leadership development, so I could take that into any field that deals with sports. That's hopefully what I want to do. As far as camera work, behind the camera in the studio, pushing buttons, or even going out interviewing people, or writing and typing. So I can take it in any field I want. But if I wasn't playing basketball, then I'd look to do something like that around sports. Whether it be like the broadcasting standpoint of interviewing people, or even marketing part of getting stuff out there, getting people well informed and more informed on information about a team or a person, or even scouting. So I definitely look to do something in the sports field.
You fielded a ton of questions, in your 3-year career at Kentucky. The media coverage is huge. How good of a job do you think, as a communications guy, do journalists do of asking you different types of questions, kind of broadening your horizons and maybe inspiring you to talk about new things?
They do a great job from what I've been through, what I've experienced. Just seeing and going through, a lot of interviews, a lot of media, TV, newspapers, and so forth. So they've definitely kept me interested, and they've definitely made it more interesting by having the cameras, and just made it more appealing to myself, I guess you could say. So it's picking up every single day. My mind's just going left and right about what I want to do after the NBA. And seeing people interview other people, just seeing everything that goes into it. The process, the hard work, and the development of it has definitely been keeping me interested in something that hopefully could look forward to doing in the future.
Patrick, I want to thank you so much. I know that you have a bunch of interviews coming up here with NBA teams. Best of luck in that, and thanks for your time, okay?
Thank you.